So today I wanted to add my 2 cents in and do my own version of the review for the Tyler Perry movie Straw. And yes, I am late. I'm no longer a movie buff because I've been so addicted to YouTube. I'm learning a lot. I'm healing. I'm finding out information. And I'm just, enjoying the app so much that I could care less, about sitting up there for 2 hours watching the average movie. But every so often, I do take a break. So with this one, it has a couple of my favorites. So I checked the movie out and I liked the movie a lot. But, there were a couple of other semi unrealistic things in the movie. And even if they were realistic, for all of this stuff to just happen like a domino effect and to the extreme that it happened to this one character. And of course, it's like a poor single black mother. I know we have a lot of other movies where there's a series of unfortunate events that happen to all genders and all races. We've seen that. Don't get me wrong. But there's this ongoing obsession, it seems like, with Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and a lot of these other black writers, where they just get a kink and a kick and a riot out of seeing these black women go through, the most horrific scenarios. Yes, these things happen. Don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, I think that they belong in a series. Like if you just drag it out into like a series, a show that you got to tune in, every week, then that it's more realistic, as opposed to them piling all of the tragedy into one movie scene, one scene. There's no way all of this stuff could have happened to one person in a day, maybe a week, a month, a year, but not in one day. So I found that to be pretty unrealistic. And I did love the acting on Taraji Henson's part. I loved it on Sherry Shepherd's part, and I liked Tiana Taylor's, part. I liked a lot of the storyline. I did. And I enjoyed some of the twists and turns as well, but I just felt like some of the stuff was like, oh my goodness. It's like a cake with way too much icing. It's like liquor with, I don't know, depending on how you like your drink, too much chaser, not enough chaser. It just, after a while, it just didn't balance out, and, I think a lot of us was rooting and enjoying the movie, rooting for Tyler Perry and the characters, but then there are these crazy, mind-blowing twists that I found just to be kind of unnecessary, almost laughable even in the midst of all of the tragedy. Although I'm not a big baby, but I did cry a lot during the movie because I just looked at it like, wow, nobody deserves to be living this messed up in life. Like, this is the bottom of the barrel, and it bothered me, and one of the good things I did notice and I did kind of appreciate as far as the plot was how you do have a group of people living on the bottom of the barrel that are like struggling and scratching from the bottom up, and then you have other people who may have made different or better decisions or just been fortunate enough to have better outcomes. I enjoyed the contrast between Taraji Henson's character and Sherry Shepherd's character because Taraji was a single mother living in poverty, going through a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't want to say. And then you have Sherry Shepherd, who was a married woman with 2 children, seemed to have a beautiful, healthy-looking family, obviously making it work financially. I'm not going to necessarily say wealthy. She was like a bank supervisor or whatever. But keeping her head just above the water, just above the poverty line, and seemingly a happily married woman and mom with way more structure and a lot less chaos in her life. And that's what I really liked as far as the contrast between the 2 women, because just one false move or a bad decision can land you in, a situation where you have a domino effect of horrible events occurring in your life. And there were a lot of other things, but before I spoil it, I'm going to end on that note. And I thank you for joining me today. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.